Previously on Power Reviews.
With Database, we've got a Power Ranger on our side.
You were sent to infiltrate Alphabet Soup, which crossed over into our world through an interdimensional rift.
They've been partnered with Alphabet Soup. They're not human.
Our master, the landlord.
We got rid of the demons, defeated the Omega agents, and even got Alphabet Soup to destroy the portal gate. The fluctuation in the cross-dimensional continuum will seem like nothing if Alphabet Soup flies their ship through the rift and disrupts the tachyon cloud. We need your cat.
We're nearing the rift.
What did you just do to this ship?
Meet the directors of Alphabet Soup.
What are you proposing?
An alliance by going into the rift.
We have to turn the car around!
Oh, night now.
What was up with all that?
Not you.
He snatched up the little girl.
You lost her.
It's me!
She's not there, Kay. It isn't real.
Cassie?
And now, Database Rangers Power Review.
Greetings, Ranger fans, and welcome to Memory Lane.
Cassie!
Who was that?
It must have been another illusion.
It had to be.
Hey, what's happening?
I don't know, but I think we better get back to the scanners.
Let's move. Go! Stop it!
Database, what's wrong?
It's another episode, but this one's different.
What do you mean?
It's episode 31 of Power Rangers Lost Galaxy. The Power of Pink.
Aboard the space colony TerraVenture, the Galaxy Rangers were introducing the Space Rangers to the mighty Galactabeasts, enjoying some downtime after their big team-up the previous episode.
It was actually pretty cool.
You see, the Psycho Rangers were created through the powers of Dark Spectre to serve Astronema, until they were destroyed one by three by the Space Rangers, except then their ghosts were given form through a data conversion device, which was then used to convert them all into data cards, which at some point somehow ended up on the planet Onyx, where a random alien procured them for Deviat, who then used a digital reanimator to bring them back again and force them to serve Trakina, until the Space Rangers showed up to save the Galaxy Rangers and combine their forces to make the third time a charm, and defeat the Psycho Rangers once and for all. Except for Psycho Pink, who...
Is it possible for us to continue this conversation on the way to the control room?
Oh, right. Of course. Let's go.
Anywho, Cassie, the Pink Space Ranger, and,
Well, let's just call her an old friend.
she was getting up close and personal with the Wildcat Galactabeast.
I'm going surfing, I'm going riding on a Galactabeast.
Sounds like quite the charmer.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Kendrix's kitty isn't too happy with this, and quickly bucks off the unwanted passenger. Meanwhile, aboard Trakina's Scorpion Stinger, Deviat has managed to recover the injured and unconscious Psycho Pink, planning to repair her and use her against the 10 United Power Rangers. And 1 Mag Defender, but that's not exactly a round number. Plus, his status as a Ranger versus a Ranger-type ally has been the subject of much debate for the past decade and a half, with both sides stating,
Focus.
Oh, right.
so Psycho Pink, being Psycho Pink, has no interest in any Rangers but Pink, and quickly rebels, ripping off Deviat's control band, firing off a Psycho Arrow at Trakina, and fleeing from the ship.
Speaking of which, are you good to move a bit faster? Things must be chaos without us.
Good point. Let's get to those scanners.
In her research lab, Kendrix, the Pink Galaxy Ranger and partner of the aforementioned Wildcat Galactabeast, is scanning through the pages of the Galaxy Book, which had previously been recovered by Red Ranger Leo and Mag Defender Mike during a previously reviewed adventure on an alien ship.
The Savage Sword. Swords on planet Rashon. That's practically next door.
But elsewhere on the colony, Psycho Pink has discovered the wonders of the internet and uses an information kiosk to fly through the network and straight into Kendrix's computer.
Here we are.
Would you like to come with us?
Leave him alone!
Well, that's gonna mess with your head.
Sort of like how Psycho Pink leaps out of the computer to drain the research from the Pink Galaxy Ranger's mind and go after the Savage Sword herself.
Really? Now?
Hey, I'm working through my own issues, you know? I'm allowed to. I'm entitled.
Shocked by the survival of Psycho Pink, Kendrix tracks her energy signature and gives chase, picking up Cassie along the way and miraculously managing to outrun the internet to meet her at the information kiosk. And we all know what that means.
It's morphin' time!
Go! Galactic! Let's rock it!
They leap into action against Psycho Pink, But Psycho Pink leaps faster and teleports away to pursue the Savage Sword.
What's the Savage Sword? It's more powerful than all the Quasar Sabers combined.
Oh, that can't be good.
Kendricks initially wants to go after Psycho Pink alone, blaming herself for the situation. But Cassie quickly reminds her that Pink Rangers have got to stick together.
I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I don't want to go.
It's going to be all right.
Together, the two depart for Rashon, Cassie on her Galaxy Glider and Kendricks in her Jet Jammer, cluing in the others along the way. Unfortunately, they've got their own problems to deal with as a swarm of Trakeena's Stingwingers descends down upon them.
They're everywhere.
Oh, this day just keeps getting worse.
After a few moments of Andros kicking Stingwinger tail and the Galaxy Rangers doing not quite so well, they all decide it's time to step up their game.
Snap out of it! Now you listen to me. We are scientists. We need to figure out what is happening here.
No. No. Make it stop. Make it stop.
Psycho Pink, Kendricks, Cassie, you can't stay on Rashon!
Are you with me? Then let's get to work. You monitor the tachyon storm. I've got a theory about what may be causing this.
Affirmative.
They're too late. She found the sword.
Stop! No! Don't do it!
Please. Please, help.
Is this ship capable of detecting psionic fields?
Psionic fields? No, that was never in the budget.
Blast!
But I am getting something.
Let me see. I should have known.
The last surviving Psycho Ranger draws the Savage Sword from the stone, and the battle is joined. She's brutal, relentless, and she can't be stopped.
The Savage Sword grows more powerful with each blow!
She tosses the two Pink Rangers about as if they were playthings, but focuses the bulk of her efforts on Cassie.
I can't save her.
Another strike, and she drains the Pink Space Ranger's powers, using them to heal her injuries and grow even stronger.
This cross interaction is remarkable.
With one more blow, Cassie is depowered, her astromorpher flying off her wrist as she rolls across the ground.
Don't. Please, don't.
Hungry for more power, Psycho Pink approaches the pink astromorpher and drives the Savage Sword straight into it.
There must be some way to...
No!
I couldn't stop it.
Database!
Come in, control room.
Madam Secretary?
Where have you been?
We've been, experiencing some interference. How are you?
Not good.
It's not over. An energy vortex arises from the destroyed astromorpher, knocking Psycho Pink aside and transforming her into her monstrous form.
I'm going to use your power. I'll drain every last ounce of your strength.
What did you say?
Subject K Beta, we have a problem.
The others still have a battle of their own to fight.
Maya and Ashley against Deviat, Kai and TJ against Vilmax, Damon and Carlos against the Stingwingers. But as Leo and Andros move to drive back their leadership, the battle is interrupted by the arrival of the energy vortex, driving the alien forces to retreat.
Correct course.
I'm trying.
Our beta, communications.
Still no response.
Aboard the bridge, Mike and Commander Stanton desperately try to change course, but tremendous waves of energy continue to ripple forth from Rashon.
No matter what we do, we're still on a collision course.
And the ship is identical to ours? Well, it doesn't have the Zagorific makeover, but other than that, yeah. I'd say it's a match. And it's getting closer.
As if things couldn't get much worse, Pink Psycho Monster uses the power of the vortex to grow, preparing to crush the two Pink Rangers before the Galaxy Megazord arrives to save the day.
Please tell me you have a plan to get us out of this.
I'm working on it.
Well, better figure it out fast. The second ship isn't waiting on us.
Cassie tries her best to hold on, as the rest of her team brings the Astro Megaship out of retirement, transforming it into the Astro Megazord for the first time since battling Ecliptor's red form back in the impenetrable web.
There's too much interference. I can't get a clear reading on the second ship.
There might be a reason for that.
You have a theory.
I have two.
As the two Megazords work together to battle Psycho Pink, Kendricks watches Cassie suffer and decides to make her choice.
Got to do something.
Mail, I need you to do something. What? Slap everyone on the bridge.
What?
What?
I've heard you have a mean arm.
Drawing her Quasar Saber, Kendricks charges straight into the vortex.
Hendrix!
You can't.
can't believe you did that! Go ahead.
With 2 final strikes, the Astro Megazord Saber and Galaxy Megazord Saber destroy Psycho Pink once and for all. But the vortex...
It's still coming straight for us!
No! There has to be someone else behind this.
Behind what?
We've been experiencing phenomena all based on some memories of the past. The sudden slap should have broken the concentration of anyone who was generating the image of this ship. Put me through to the directors.
Negative. No one's been able to contact the director since this started.
Kendricks tells her friend she's almost reached the center. There's no turning back now.
There's got to be another way. Some way to fix this.
It's the only way to save Cassie.
It's got to be a psionic construct. It has to be. Someone must be generating this.
We've got to change course. Full power to reverse thrusters.
But I've got to destroy it.
No.
No. Turn the car around.
Run.
It's gone, sir.
It's gone.
We survived.
She didn't.
Database?
She didn't make it.
Who didn't?
Kendricks. She didn't survive.
She destroyed the Savage Sword. She saved Terra Venture. She saved Cassie. But all that remained of Kendricks were her spirit and her sword. She gazed out over the broken-hearted faces of her friends, and, like the selfless person that she was, she smiled and reassured them.
I'm okay. I'll always be here.
And with that, her spirit faded, and her quasar saber ascended to the sky.
It was the first time that a ranger had ever fallen in battle.
Cassie's powers had been saved, her astromorpher reformed, but a far worse blow had been dealt to them all.
Kendricks.
There was nothing any of them could do, so they just left.
They met one last time, in the hangar of the Astro Megaship. The morphed Space Rangers promised never to forget what had happened, while the unmorphed Galaxy Rangers promised they would be okay.
We have to be. We still have a mission to protect Terra Venture.
Yeah. And we have our mission too.
There's always another mission.
But Cassie, I don't think Cassie would ever be the same again.
We all took a risk when we became Power Rangers. She knew that.
I wish I could stay and help.
Me too. But we've got to continue our mission. Kendrick sacrificed her powers to destroy the Savage Sword so that you could get yours back. She would want you to carry on. You know that.
She did.
And with that, they departed.
It was an honor fighting with you guys.
No, Leo. The honor was all ours.
And they soared away upon their galaxy gliders, leaving the Galaxy Rangers with just one lingering question.
What do we do now?
And no one knew.
And that's the end of the episode. So, what did I think of it? Well,
Subject K, Beta, we're needed on the bridge.
Why don't you tell me about it on our way there?
It was a pivotal moment in Power Rangers history. Up until that point, the risks were always discussed, but the idea of a Ranger actually falling in battle never truly felt real. That was the day it all changed.
Every moment is iconic. Psycho Pink drawing forth the Savage Sword, the destruction of Cassie's astromorpher, Kendricks charging into the vortex, the other Rangers running to the rescue, the waves of red emanating from Rashon, the other Rangers running to the rescue, Cassie screaming for Kendricks to turn back, the other Rangers running to the rescue.
Okay, so it might be memorable for other reasons as well.
But that moment when Kendricks destroys the Savage Sword, for that split second when you still think that everything will be okay, that this will be just like every other battle, and then everything goes to white.
That moment is unforgettable.
But it's not until after, When her spirit's floating there, when she says goodbye and the other Rangers all mourn her passing, that you truly realize the sacrifice that's just been made.
As far as the episode itself goes, there's very little to criticize here.
Sure, there are the random little plot contrivances that are endemic to all Power Rangers episodes, like why Psycho Pink was the only Psycho Ranger to survive, or how she broke free of Devios control, or how Kendricks just so happened to be studying the Savage Sword just as Terraventure was passing Rashon, or how two humans outran the internet.
But these are all extremely minor nitpicks.
The core of this episode always remains tightly focused on the three primary characters. Kendricks, of course, blames herself for Psycho Pink gaining knowledge of the Savage Sword and, by extension, the destruction of Cassie's astromorpher, driving her to her eventual sacrifice as a means of personal redemption. Psycho Pink, on the other hand, is driven entirely by her pre-programmed desire to destroy the Pink Rangers, violently rejecting any deviation from this goal, and ultimately seeking out any edge she can find to turn the odds in her favor, ultimately leading her to embrace the unstoppable power of the Savage Sword. And finally, there's Cassie, the primary target of Psycho Pink's aggression, who must not only deal with the return of an incredibly dangerous foe that has thrice escaped destruction, but also with the guilt of watching a new friend sacrifice herself to reverse the actions of that very foe. And as the only survivor of this encounter, that is a terrible burden to bear.
Now, from a production standpoint, this does make sense. Valerie Vernon, the actress who portrayed Kendricks, was tragically diagnosed with leukemia during filming and had to leave the series to undergo treatment.
Oh my.
Yeah.
The original plan was that Cassie would take up her mantle and become the new Pink Galaxy Ranger to avenge her sacrifice, providing her with the means of coping with her guilt.
In fact, that's how this episode was originally scripted, and there was even a follow-up episode scripted called Forging a Friendship that would have focused on her and Maya working together to defend the Astro Megaship from Trakina.
However, Valerie Vernon remained in the opening credits, reportedly to aid with her cancer treatment, and Saban Entertainment was unwilling to pay Cassie's actress, Patricia Jia as a full main cast member, resulting in a failure of contract negotiations that ultimately led to both the ending and the follow-up episode being scrapped and a different actress being selected to return to take up the Pink Ranger mantle.
I love being a Power Ranger.
Switching things up into a redemption arc for Carone ended up being a great source of development for her character, but it meant refilming the end of the episode, giving us the final scene of the Space Rangers still morphed, departing for an ill-defined mission that would never be clarified in the series.
There was a silver lining to all this, though. Valerie Vernon made a full recovery and has been cancer-free ever since.
Well, that's a relief, at least.
Yeah.
The character of Kendricks was even resurrected in the final episode of Lost Galaxy, although the nature of her resurrection is still a matter of some debate.
Overall, The Power of Pink still stands as an incredibly important episode in the franchise, and her later resurrection does little to undermine the emotional impact of Kendricks Morgan's sacrifice. The tight focus on an original, action-packed, character-driven story is truly effective, and although it was tacked on at the last minute, the ambiguous ending is very tonally appropriate, even if we never do get follow-up on the Space Rangers mission to establish Hexagon.
Wait, I thought you said the nature of their mission was never clarified.
It wasn't. But I remember it. Because I was there.
Hey, what's taking you guys so long?
She said it would just be one last mission. Alpha 6 had sent a distress call from Terraventure, and they couldn't just ignore it. She'd be back soon, and then we could be together.
Oh, what's happening?
But when she came back, she'd changed. We couldn't afford to. Foreign attachments, she said. There was too much risk. The mission had to come first.
Should I slap him? No. Wait.
A new organization was being formed. Its stated goal was to monitor the morphing grid for imbalances and to safeguard Earth against evil. But that wasn't enough. We had to keep everyone safe. She had to keep everyone safe. We had to be united. If the Power Rangers didn't stand as one, then one by one we would fall. The sacrifice of Kendricks Morgan could not be in vain. So we changed it. hexagon.